her teammates. There's the Norwegian team, Sunniva Hofstad up in the stands. We continue in the men's 92-kilogram division. It is Aibek Oralbay, the 23-year-old from the Kazakhstan capital of Astana. His twin brother Nurbek is also a member of the national team. And there is the veteran, the evergreen, Julio Castillo Torres, 35 years of age, multiple Olympic appearances and World Championship successes under his belt, scoring judges from Fiji, Korea, Slovakia, Argentina and Bulgaria presiding over this one. As Paola Fallorini of Italy is the referee. Unanimous points decision victory over the man from Ukraine, and Jemal Bosniak stopped in the round of 32. Unanimous points decision victories all the way for Aibek Oralbay. So we're underway then, and this is 92-kilogram action that I'm tempted to call heavyweight action. I've got to stop myself from doing that. It's between boxers from Kazakhstan and Ecuador, boxers at differing ends of the, or differing points of the experience spectrum. The taller figure wearing red is Aibek Oralbay. I first commentated on him at the 2018 Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires, where he boxed his way to top spot on the podium at 91 kilograms. And the southpaw wearing blue is the 35-year-old Julio Castillo Torres, incredibly experienced operator. Olympic appearances in Tokyo, Rio under his belt already, and indeed London, looking to make it yet another Olympic Games appearance. So much experience under his belt. He's competed over the longer format in pro and semi-pro boxing as well. Very difficult to ruffle. Looking to become a 4-time Olympian, it's Julio Castillo Torres. Oh, there's a good right hand from Oralbay. Aibek Oralbay just finding the range with that backhand against his southpaw opponent.
Aibek's getting into this round very nicely, trying to find his range. He's up against a very experienced opponent. Very relaxed is Torres. Just shows his experience.
Some nice movement in the pocket from Castillo. Just falling short with that right-left combination. He kept the attack going, and then as Aibek Oralbay's back touched the ropes, the southpaw left did get through from Castillo.
I was just about to say Aibek's waiting a little bit too long to get his punches off, but he's just started to fire back now. He's just settling into this. It's a very cagey affair.
So forward foray behind a reverse 1-2 from Aibek Oralbay. Backhand came first, followed by the jab. Nice defensive with the gloves from Castillo. And again, look at how composed he is under fire. Just dipping at the knees, leaning to the side to allow that shot to go over his shoulder. Wonderfully efficient with his movement is Castillo. Scoring to the body. That's a beautiful right hand just before the disengagement. The first round in the book.
Really good work there from both fighters. Aibek, I think, is just waiting a little bit too long.
Well, a 10-8 round, I think, is a little bit harsh on Julio Cesar Castillo Torres. Don't doubt that he was outpointed and outboxed in the round because of the greater activity from Aibek Oralbay. But 10-8, perhaps can feel a little bit hard done by there.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit harsh of the score. We'll have to see how Torres takes that and see if he ups the tempo coming into this second round. Well, he's going to need to if he wants to be in a shot of winning this fight. So here we go then, into the second round.
So round 2 underway. Julio Cesar Castillo Torres out more aggressively after conceding the first round unanimously, looking to become a 4-time Olympian. Aibek Oralbay takes a hard left hand to the body, looking to counter with a right hand and scored with it. But look at that rapier-like right jab in response to the body from Castillo. And Castillo quickening up the tempo, but how about that for a deterring uppercut from Aibek Oralbay?
Aibek's really putting some power into these shots now when he's letting his hands go.
Good left hand to the body once again, driven in by Castillo. Nice movement in the pocket once again. And it's going to be an interesting test, this, for the 23-year-old from Kazakhstan. Of course, Kazakhstan, a real powerhouse boxing nation. So Aibek Oralbay will have grown up sparring tough. But when you're in against a veteran operator, remember, going for his 4th Olympic Games is Julio Cesar Castillo Torres, and he appeared in World Championships. His first one was back in 2007. Nice counter right hand from Aibek Oralbay, and it was a different sport then. 2-minute rounds, head guards, 4 2-minute rounds, and here he is still competing on the global stage, representing his nation as Aibek Oralbay scores with the right uppercut and spins off the line beautifully. But because he has seen so much in the sport of boxing, he's likely to be undeterred by anything Aibek Oralbay does, and as long as Castillo Torres can avoid being stopped, he's likely to come knocking on the door deep in the contest, and that could well play tricks in the mind of Aibek Oralbay if his concentration isn't absolute.
Yeah, Aibek's doing quite well here, just comfortable with this pace, just catching his man, Torres, as he comes in. Happy to fence on the outside with the jab.
Nice right hand followed by a left hook from Aibek Oralbay. 1-2 combination, so the right hand just falls short from Aibek Oralbay. Mentioned the fact that he was a Youth Olympic champion as recently as 2018. That same year, he was a silver medalist in the World Youth Championships in Budapest. Then in the subsequent 2 senior championships in Belgrade 2021 and Uzbekistan last year, he's gained a valuable senior experience under his belt. Here he is, bidding to progress. That's a nice counter right hand to the body. The counter right hand from the southpaw in blue was a rabbit punch around the rear of Aibek Oralbay's neck. And that is why the referee from Italy just speaking to Julio Cesar Castillo Torres about that infringement. So, 10-9 across the board in the second round. Aibek Oralbay in a pretty commanding position with 3 minutes remaining, but he's going to have to remain switched on against a wily veteran that is Julio Cesar Castillo Torres, because he's almost in a territory where he needs a stoppage or a knockout now. Massive final round just to get back on terms. You can see from those southpaw lefts that he was sneaking in. Does possess accurate punch-picking ability, and he's got a fair amount of pop on his shots as well.
Yeah, Torres needs the knockout now, I feel, to win this fight. He has to just leave everything in the ring and go for broke.
Well, the singlet of Julio Cesar Castillo Torres needs some adjustments. That is why the referee called time before allowing the contest to resume. Into the third and final round then. And Castillo, the man in search of his 4th Olympic quota, continental bronze medalist in 2012, excuse me, in 2017. Ringside at that tournament in Tegucigalpa in Honduras. Against his 23-year-old opponent, as he scores with a good right hand to the body. He's conceded the first 2 rounds unanimously. Stiff left jab, flashy right uppercut was inaccurate from Oralbay, but he did get altogether closer with his second uppercut that he fired in. But he knows that Castillo Torres will be coming as he goes body hunting beneath the elbows of Aibek Oralbay. Turns an uppercut underneath as well, and we suggested that Castillo Torres is going to come knocking, and that's exactly what he's doing here in the final round, causing Aibek's boxing stance to become rather disorganized. A foot came up off the canvas, and Castillo Torres looking to walk down his man now and score with heavy leather to both head and body.
Yeah, Torres is boxing really well now, coming forward, just getting caught there on his way in. But he needs to up the tempo again, another level. We need to see another shift in momentum if he wants to take this guy out. Aibek seems to be enjoying this pace, popping his jab out when he feels.
And again, solid right jab from Castillo Torres, who really is looking to set about his man here now. It's not as though he can produce blistering, sustained combinations, because remember, he is 35 years of age, but he's looking to make his efficient punch-picking count. Aibek Oralbay, comparatively passive in this round. He has been inconvenienced. He lost his boxing stance earlier on in this stanza, breathing through an open mouth, and this is where the exterior experience of Castillo Torres could well be not decisive, but really an important factor in this contest, because he is really difficult to disrupt and perturb. This Castillo Torres, he's seen so much in terms of Olympic-style boxing and 3-round action. But Oralbay just in bout management mode here now, and I wonder whether he was hurt either to the body or head by some of that early success that Castillo Torres enjoyed in this 3rd and final round. He's been reluctant to engage. And of course, he won't want to run onto a stray elbow and pick up a cut, because he knows that he's got the contest in the bag with 6 minutes of boxing completed. So Castillo Torres really did pose a few questions in that 3rd and final round, but they were negotiated not altogether comfortably, but negotiated effectively by Aibek Oralbay. And as for Julio Cesar Castillo Torres, well, if he hopes to become a 4-time Olympian, he's going to have to hope that he's selected by his federation to go through to the global Road to Paris boxing qualification event in Thailand at the end of May. Because his tournament here in Busto Arsizio, northern Italy, has come to an end at the round of 16 stage. Let's get official confirmation. And there is confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Aibek Oralbay of Kazakhstan. Got the first 2 rounds under his belt. 10-8 for the judge number 1 in the first round. Took the second round 10-9. And how about that for some respect? Posing with a 3-time Olympian, he hoping to appear in his first Olympic Games. He's taken a step closer to that objective, but the mission not yet accomplished, and that is why there's no exuberant celebration in the red corner. But Castillo Torres really did pose a few questions in that 3rd and final round of the 2018 Youth Olympic champion.
Yeah, he really did. Oralbay did really well, though, to keep his man at bay and just box and manage this bout comfortably to take his way into the next round. There's the scores.
Julio Cesar Castillo Torres actually taking the 3rd round for the judge from Bulgaria, judge number 5. but a unanimous point decision verdict for Aibek Oralbay.